This is the Iowa Weather Report for Wednesday, October 15th, 2014. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we have this big upper level feature over the middle part of the country, and it's just slowly spinning off to the east. And this will be taking the rain and the clouds away with it to the east. Can't rule out an isolated shower far eastern counties in the early morning, otherwise skies will clear throughout the state. Highs will be mainly in the 60s to around 70 in our western counties. That'll be the same case here on Thursday as well. Sunshine with highs mainly in the 60s, maybe some lower 70s in the western counties of the state. And then you see this low pressure center over the North Dakota, Minnesota area. This will kind of entrain itself into this system that's slowly spinning away to the east. It's also going to bring cooler air down here on Friday, so temperatures will slide back into the upper 50s to lower 60s both Friday and into Saturday. Any precipitation will remain over the Great Lakes in the form of some rain, maybe an isolated wet snowflake up, especially in the northern lakes, in the UP of Michigan especially. That's still going to be spinning around over eastern Canada here as we go into Sunday. Temperatures still remaining a couple of degrees either side of 60 for the most part with sunshine. Then we have a small disturbance that's going to be dropping in from the north and west. This could kick off a few clouds, mainly in our northeastern counties, maybe a sprinkle, but most of the precipitation will be off to the north and east of the state. And then we're back to pretty much calm weather again, high pressure pretty much dominating the weather pattern. Sunshine, highs in the lower 60s by this point as we head into Tuesday of next week. Now we go into a week from today, next Wednesday. We pretty much still have a ridge overhead. We have a trough axis over the east coast, another one over the west around Salt Lake City up to about, say, Great Falls, Montana. See moisture beginning to build, rain, maybe some mountain snow. Disturbance could kick off an isolated shower in our northwestern counties. Most of that should be staying well to our north and west. Big storm in the northeastern Pacific, and we have a system over the Gulf Coast that could be of interest. Even as we go into the extended period, October 26th, the pattern doesn't really change a whole lot. We have a disturbance over the Four Corners region. Upper level feature over the Gulf Coast. That could be a tropical entity if this is right. You have a system approaching from the north and west with some rain and maybe an isolated clap of thunder with that. But then it all changes with a big trough digging in. This is on October 30th, the day before Halloween. Big trough, northwesterly flow coming straight out of the Yukon if you follow the lines. And with this, if this is to be correct, plunge of cold air down. Some snow possible, and it looks like this would be snow if this is right, across Minnesota, Wisconsin, maybe clipping our northeastern counties, big low off the northeast coast into the Canadian Maritimes, but this could all change. But the satellite image from last evening, this is not changing. Big upper level feature, these low and mid-level clouds over the Ohio and Mississippi River Valley slowly moving off. Cold front moving toward the east coast, another system off to our west won't affect us. Watch warning map from last evening. A little bit of activity across the North Carolina up into Virginia. Otherwise fairly quiet. Some red flag warnings and wind advisories across the west. The QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Sunday evening at 7 o'clock, showing most of the precipitation you see in Iowa fell last night. So most of it will be off to our east where they could see 1 to 2 inches. Also some 1 to 2 inch amounts across the northwest coast.